Hello students, in this class I will explain about the physical properties of the transition elements. Transition elements displays typical metallic properties such as transition metals are very good tensile strength, they have very good tensile strength. Transition elements can bring into thin sheets, that means they have very good ductility. Transition elements are malleable, that means they can drawn into thin wires. Transition elements are metallic luster, they are shiny, and transition metals are very good conductor of heat and electricity. Moving to the very important physical properties such as melting point, boiling point, metallic character, density. So very firstly I will explain about the metallic character. What is the metallic nature? How the metallic nature will be there in the transition elements. So the metallic character of transition elements is due to presence of vacant d orbital. We already know what are transition elements. Presence of vacant d orbital, that means unpaired d electrons, presence of unpaired d electron should be there. That is only called as a transition metals that we already discussed in the first video. So here when I am talking about the metallic character, so this metallic character is due to presence of vacant d orbital and also having low ionization enthalpy. The hardness of these metals suggests that presence of strong bonding due to overlap of unpaired electron between different metal atoms. So therefore elements exhibit high enthalpy of atomization. So if the number of unpaired electrons are more, if the number of unpaired electrons are more, then what is going to happen? Unpaired electron, how to see? You can see the d block, d orbital in this, like this electrons are going to fill this. So in this d orbital, if the number of unpaired electrons are more, then the number of bonds are also more, and therefore greater is the strength of the bonds. So as we move from left to right in a particular d series, the number of unpaired electrons increases from 1 to 6, 1 to 6, and then it will decreases to 0. Okay, so sir, how this came? I will explain you that. How 1 to 6, sir, then 6 to 0. If you take the electronic configuration of first transition series, that is scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron. Okay, first I will explain about this. So what is the electronic configuration of scandium? 3d 1 4s 2. You can see there is a 1 unpaired electron. Same way if you see the titanium, it is 3d 2 4s2. What is the number of unpaired electrons in titanium? 2. Okay, so how you are going to get unpaired electron for one element, I will explain. So all of you observe carefully. If I am talking about the scandium, so 3d1 only is there, so 1 electron. So this is not a paired one, it is unpaired electron. If you talk about the titanium, one more electron will come. So in the from the 11th standard we have learnt that until unless all the subshells, like from the P also we learnt. So 1, 2, 3 are half filled, then only you have to pair. You should not fill from the starting only, like you should not pair them from the beginning. Like if I am having 2 electrons, then you should not fill like this. This is a wrong method. What you have to do? We should fill like this, 1 electron, that means unpaired electron will come first. Then after filling this electron, you should pair with the first electron, then this one and then this one. Okay, so I hope you people know this. So moving to this, titanium having 2, vanadium will come 3, chromium will be, chromium having electronic configuration, that is 3d5 4s1. So here you need to count the unpaired electron, means 3d5, that means 5 unpaired electron, and also in the 4s also 1 unpaired electron is there. So hence it is having a 6 unpaired electron. Okay, scandium is having 1, vanadium is having, titanium having 2, vanadium is 3, and directly chromium is having 6. So moving to the manganese, in the manganese 3d5 4s2. So first number of unpaired electron of previous elements you have right, scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium I have written 1, 2, 3, and directly it was 6. Now manganese, how much it is coming? 5. That also you write 5. So children, you can see the trend is increased first 1 to 6, then it is started to decrease. If you go to the iron is having 3d6 4s2. In this 4 unpaired electrons are there, 3d6 is there, that's why. So 4s2, 3d6 4s2, in that unpaired electrons will be 4, because one pairing is there. Okay, so 4 unpaired electrons, so in the iron it is 4. If you go to the cobalt, if you take the cobalt, in the cobalt how much it will be there? 3d7 4s2. You should know the atomic number and electronic configuration of these elements, then you can easily do this. So 3d7 is there, hence 3 will come. So nickel, if you take 3d8 will come, so 2 unpaired electrons will come. And copper, if you take 3d10, copper 4s1, so 1 unpaired electron. So 1, 2, 3, 6 is there, increased first, then afterward 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if you take the zinc, completely filled, that is 3d10 4s2, so 0. So let me recall this, all the unpaired electrons: scandium 1, titanium 2, vanadium 3, chromium 6, manganese 5, iron 4, cobalt 3, nickel 2, copper 1, zinc 0. So I already told you, when we move from left to right in a particular D series, that means transition series, the number of unpaired electron increases from 1 to 6, then it is decreases to 0. So chromium, molybdenum and technetium having a maximum number of unpaired electrons, and therefore these are very hard metal. You can see the graph. In the graph you can see enthalpies of atomization. In the enthalpies of atomization, when you are saying chromium, molybdenum and technetium having a maximum number of unpaired electron. Which are those? Chromium, molybdenum and technetium. These three having maximum number of unpaired electrons. Hence these are very hard metals and have a maximum enthalpy of atomization. So the elements like zinc, cadmium, mercury do not have any, which one? Zinc, cadmium, mercury, even copper, cesium also you can take. These are not having any unpaired electron. Therefore these are not very hard. So children, you already know that mercury is a liquid metal. Okay, so hence these are not hard metals. So this is something about the metallic character of transition metals. Until my next video, keep practicing, keep learning. Thank you.